As an editor, how much time have you wasted looking for the right video clip? Or trying to create a simple, clean graphic? If time is money, how much money have you wasted during a project? Money you could be putting in your own pocket. In today's busy world, getting a project done quickly and efficiently is how you maximize your time and essentially your money. As an editor, don't you wish there was a simple and cost-effective way to find the clips and graphics you needed for your project? What if I told you there was? Storyblocks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. My name is Nadian Sands, and this, of course, is Learn How to Edit Stuff. So let me start off by saying I get a decent amount of promotional emails through my inbox of companies wanting me to promote their product, and I turn a lot of them down unless it's a company whose product I already use. So Storyblocks reached out to me and asked me to do a video, so I'm happy to say that this video is sponsored by Storyblocks. Now, I'm not making this video for any other reason than to share with you a secret from editor to editors. If you're an editor, which I'm assuming you are because you're watching my content, then you know that technical and mechanical skill is important, but what's equally important are the tools in your toolbox, and you've heard me talk about this before. The tools in your toolbox are super important for what you do for a living or what you want to do for a living in the future. Hypothetically, let's say you're building a house. You may know how to build the house. Like in your head, you're like, all right, I know how to build the house, but if you don't have the right tools to build that house, it's gonna be really difficult to build a house. Now, you could go to one store, you could buy a hammer. You can go to another store, you could buy a screwdriver, some nails from another store, and all that stuff. But the amount of time and effort and money that you'd be spending going to all these different stores to get all the different tools, why? I'm a pretty simple guy, and if I can find a toolbox that has all the tools that I would need to build the house all in one place, I'm gonna go for that, strictly for the sake of convenience. And video editing is no different than building a house. Well, it is different than building a house, but for the sake of this metaphor, it is no different. With Storyblocks Video, you have access to thousands of studio quality and royalty-free stock video clips, After Effects templates, transitions, lower third, intros, graphics, elements. There's a lot in the toolbox, and for a fraction of the cost compared to other video sites because you get everything all in one. Again, everything is royalty-free, so you can use it for all of your commercial projects or for your own YouTube videos, which is super nice. The member library has unlimited downloads in various formats, including 4K, and you get exclusive discounts on additional marketplace clips if you can't find what you're looking for, but chances are you'll find it. They're also constantly adding more and more things to the library, so you will always have new stuff to play with. If you're being paid as an editor to work on a project and the client comes to you and they say, hey, we want to add lower thirds to all of these interviews, what are you gonna do? A, spend a bunch of time working on custom lower thirds, slowing down the project, reducing the amount of money that you're actually gonna be getting paid, because if you're getting paid on a per project basis and not hourly, the more time you spend on something, the more money you're going to lose, and ultimately the client may not even like it at the end of it, and that's happened to me on several occasions. Or B, quickly download a template from Storyblocks, insert your text, change some of the colors, and get them a new cut within minutes instead of hours or days. Easy choice for me, guys. If you're working on a project, you need some drone footage, and don't have a drone, just download some. Mix your own footage with stock footage to make it look more impressive in the edit. Some of that footage was mine, and some of it was from Storyblocks. Could you tell the difference? Probably not. Download background plates for text. Mix and match different video clips and templates and effects all in one, save a bunch of time, and get a cool result at the end. Say you're working on a video that was shot in New York and you want to add some aerial clips of New York City. What are you gonna do? You can't fly a drone there, it's illegal. You can't steal it from Casey Neistat because that's also illegal. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go and pay hundreds of dollars for one clip on some other site, or are you gonna download a bunch of clips from Storyblocks and be able to edit them together in a nicer looking piece for a fraction of the time, a fraction of the cost, a fraction of the stress and emotional energy that it would take to do all this stuff? This literally happened to me with the last project I was working on. So this isn't coming from like a random made up place. This is a real life scenario of an editor having issues with a project that he was working on and how to solve those issues. Guys, I don't need to do this video. I wanted to do this video because it makes a lot of sense. Some of you out there are gonna write in the comments and be like, like, what is this? I'm not learning anything. But what you don't realize is I'm trying to teach you emotional and stress management as an editor who is being paid for a project, or as an editor that just wants cooler stuff in their videos to up their production value and make them better. Get yourself a toolbox that has all the tools already in it so you don't have to go from store to store to store buying individual tools at a time, spending more money, spending more time putting together a toolbox when you can just buy a ready-made toolbox. I hope this video makes some of you realize the benefits of having an all-in-one toolbox, so make sure you guys click the link in the video description below to go check out Storyblocks. There's a lot more on the site that we didn't cover today. There is tons and tons and tons of awesome stuff. Go check it out. I promise it's worth it. That about does it today for me, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and also check out the last video that you missed. We do them here weekly at Learn How to Edit Stuff. If you want to reach out on social media, at NotIanSands, Twitter, Instagram, probably the easiest ways to ask me a question. If you want me to do a specific tutorial, I'm all ears. Subscribe, check out the last video, and I will see you next time.